Hello and good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Let's wait for others to join in. Good morning, guys. Good morning from Nigeria. Ah, it's a Monday. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So, um, if you are joining my live for the first time, please do well to say hello. Yes, I'm studying. No peace. Good morning from Nigeria. I'm studying. I'm studying Chinese language. So I feel to share my experience with you guys. Happy always. Good morning from Nigeria. Please tell me what country you're messaging me from, okay? So I'll know if I will say good morning or afternoon or evening. Please tell me what country you're watching me from. Oh, thank you. Thank you, no peace. Thank you. But why the name no peace? There should be peace now. Because we love peace all the time. Oh, from UK. Wow, what time is it there now in UK? What time is it? I think we're almost. Thank you. Thank you. If you are joining for the first time, please tell me where you're watching from, what's your location, and please, 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 please subscribe to my channel. Please make sure you check out my videos. You have no peace in your life. What's happening? Do you mind to share? Okay, 9:46 a.m. Here is 10:46 a.m. So we are 1 hour ahead of you. Why is there no peace in your life? Do you mind to share with me? Hmm? Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. Life is actually not a bed of roses, but you can create that peace yourself, not minding what you're going through. You can always create that peace for yourself. There are a lot of people also in the same situation as you. So you just have to create the peace for yourself. Hmm? I wish you good luck. All right, so as you can see the title of the video today, about people who are studying languages. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You're gonna heal, all right, with time. You're gonna heal. I wish you the best. So, if you're studying any language of your choice, not necessarily Chinese language, but I think I'm using Chinese language as a case study because that is what I am studying. Okay, so I'm actually a graduate, but I chose to pick a foreign language of my choice to study, and I chose Chinese language. And to be honest with you, it hasn't been easy with me for the past 1 year I've been studying because I'm studying by myself. And if you have joined my previous live videos, I've shared stories of how I started on my own, how I learned Chinese language on my own, and how I wish to go on to the next stage. All right. Yeah, because learning on your own, it won't really be like you being in the classroom. Yeah, in the classroom, you have your HSK1, HSK2, you move level to level. But when you're on your own, you won't even know the next level to go to. All right. Yeah, I think I tried beginning with the pain, that is the tone. Yeah, which it actually helped me, even though I didn't lay foundation. Wumi Ogunbiyi, good morning. Thank you for joining my live session. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Please make sure you like my video. Please subscribe to my channel and check out my other previous videos. Okay, so this is my channel where I talk about my journey learning Chinese language as a Nigerian. All right. Thank you. And please let me know your location as well for you joining us for the first time. Let me know your location. So I have my previous fans who have been following up my live videos, and I know some of you are just seeing me for the first time. If you are seeing me for the first time, please do well to check out my other videos. Okay, so like I was saying, I actually didn't begin from the foundation, because normally when you're building a house, you have to start from a foundation so that the top can be strong, right? The foundation will make it strong. But unfortunately for me, I began to learn randomly. I started learning the basic Chinese. Come and eat. Where are you going to? I wish to eat rice. Yeah, I began to learn the basics, normal conversational what we use daily. All right. So, but still, at the end of the day, I got to find out that it wasn't helping because I did not start from the foundation. The foundation simply means I was supposed to begin with the tones, learn the Chinese tone. Yeah, reasons is because I realized that when I speak the normal basis, my tone is usually different from the Chinese tone. And then I had to go back to start checking that what mistake did I make? Where am I not getting it right? And that was when I met a friend of mine who is a Chinese language teacher in one of the Chinese schools in Kano, in my city. And he told me that no, that I have to start or rather begin with the Chinese tone. So whenever you're learning an international language, a language that is not yours, you have to begin with the tone first of all. Then you can now move to the next, which is now learning the normal basic conversation. So unfortunately for me now, because I didn't begin with the tone, I have to go back to start learning the Chinese tone all over again. All right. So please, if you're joining for the first time my live video, you're welcome. Please let me know where you're watching from. Okay, my name is Annabelle, and this is Annabella Lens, where I learn and share my journey as a Chinese language student. Okay, so now this morning I choose to speak about some certain things nobody will tell you before you begin to learn Chinese, not just Chinese, any language of your choice. So, 5 things nobody told you, or rather told me in particular, about learning Chinese language. Okay, and if you are also learning a foreign language, there are some certain things people would not tell you. So, you have to make your own research and and so that you won't make any mistake, just like I made my mistake not learning the Chinese tone, which is the most important thing for me. Nobody told me I was going to begin with the tone. I just randomly started learning Chinese language. Unfortunately, at the middle of the whole thing, I have to go back to begin all over again from the foundation to learn the Chinese tone. So nobody prepared me for this actually. So learning Chinese language is not really what people on YouTube, they teach about Chinese language, but they will not really tell you everything. So I'm only going to give you 5 points. All right, so 5 points. You have to pick up your pen and listen carefully. If you choose to learn French language, if you choose to learn Italian, if you choose to learn Finnish, if you choose to learn Spanish or any language of your choice, I tell people you have to pick a language you feel is easy for you to learn, a language you have interest in. A lot of people ask me, why Chinese language? Why Chinese language? Why are you learning Chinese language? That language is very difficult to learn. After learning the Chinese tone, you have to learn the characters as well. And the characters alone is what makes people so scared. They don't have confidence in themselves when it comes to learning that Chinese character. So you have to pick the language you have interest in so that when you're learning, it will not just be like a pressure to you, but it's going to be fun because you already have interest in it. You already built in yourself in it. So when you're studying that particular language, you won't see it difficult. It will be so much fun for you learning it. Okay, so when I was learning mine too as a beginner, I was so happy. Whenever it's time for my Chinese class, like I said, I learned on my own. So whenever I had to schedule my daily schedule, like every day I go to work in the morning, and when I return from work, I have 1 hour 3 times in a week for me to study my Chinese language. So all I had to do was to go on YouTube. I have applications I use to study, apps like Learn Chinese, apps like Duolingo. They really helped me. Apps like Talk Chinese, So those apps help me. And there are also general applications you can use to learn other language. I think we have a Spanish app. We also have an Italian app, and we also have people who teach your own language interest on social media. Yeah, be it YouTube. I think YouTube is the easiest place you can even find tutors who can teach you, and you can begin from there before you migrate. Okay, please, if you're watching me for the first time, please hit that like button. I really appreciate. Okay, please hit that like button and tell me what country you're watching me from. Tell me what country you're watching me from. All right. If you have any question, please, you can also ask your question. We are here to learn. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, if you have any idea you can share with us on how one can learn a language easy, because no one is perfect. Maybe you watching me might have had the opportunity of learning a lot of foreign language. I have someone who speaks like 5 different languages, and she all learned herself. She speaks very well. She speaks very well. So if you're that kind of person and you have ideas on how we can learn languages easy, please, you can also share with us in the comment section. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Please like my video. Like my video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. All right. So this is where I share my journey about my Chinese language journey. It's not been easy. I'm a broadcast journalist, so every day I go to work. Today is Monday and it's a public holiday for us for the Salah celebration. So we are still here. So one thing I said I was going to share among these 5 points is it's mentally exhausting sometimes. Yeah, your brain will literally get tired from tones and character. It was crazy for me. Oh my God. Oh, ma, 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 ma. Like, not just that, the Chinese have about 26 tones, all right? And to get these tones right, you have to twist your tongue like the natives to get it right. And to twist your tongue rather, it's going to mentally exhaust your brain. And sometimes you even drop your phone or rather your book like, I'm done. There was a day, sorry about the noise, guys. I have people building house in my house here. So sorry about the noise. Okay, so sometimes you get tired that you want to drop your phone, drop your book, like, I'm done. I don't want to learn again. I don't want to. Sorry, guys. People are working and they are making their money. So I won't stop them from making their money. Okay, so the learning the tones and characters can literally get you exhausted, and sometimes you feel like quitting. All right, you feel like quitting. There are days you won't even understand anything. Yeah, I remember there was a day I sat down on this table with my laptop. I was like, yeah, it's time to learn. When I brought out the book, because one of the Chinese language lecturer in the Chinese school, he gave me a book. I can't go to the school because the school is a secondary school. It's for kids. So they teach Chinese, like it's just a Chinese language school, but for kids. So I can't go there and they are all on uniform. So the man gave me a textbook to study. And when I brought this book home, I looked at the book from like page 1, page 2, page 3. I couldn't understand anything, God. The words were just dancing and turning around like this. So just turning around. I had to drop it like, let me eat first. When I'm done eating, possibly I'll come back and maybe I'll get myself. After eating, I came back, the same thing. Not until I had to call him on phone to explain some certain pages for me before I was able to understand. So, guys, you're definitely going to have that feeling of quitting. You will definitely have that feelings of I just don't want to study again. Let me just leave. But please, you don't have to. That was why I said you have to pick, even though you pick a language that is going to be so easy for you that you feel like, oh, it is interesting to you, you will definitely see it's a must. You will definitely have that particular day you feel like quitting. I shared my own story in my previous live video. If you join my live video, I gave you a story of how I quitted my studying for like 2 months. Yeah, I did study Chinese language for 2 months, 2 good months. And then, okay, I think we have people joining in gradually. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please let me know what country you're watching from, please. Let me know what country you're watching from. All right. Please let me know what country you're watching from so we can continue with our lessons. So, maybe you're just joining in right now. We're actually talking about the 5 things nobody might possibly tell you when you're learning a language. Okay. Yeah. I've actually shared my own experiences and I've talked about all the things no one told me about. And I'm not going to say it's a regret, but I really appreciated the fact that I found out at the later hour and I was able to correct it. So I've mentioned, I said it was going to be a 5 point thing, and I've mentioned that how it mentally exhausts you sometimes when your brain literally will get tired from some tones and characters, most especially those languages that requires you to learn the tones and requires you to learn the characters. All right. Though I know that every languages requires the tone, but you see the characters. Yeah, not really every language would require character, but languages like the Korean, languages like Chinese, Japanese would require you to learn the character. So sometimes it's really not easy learning those characters. And that I've mentioned also that you will definitely feel like quitting sometimes. Sometimes you just feel like, oh, you want to quit learning, but you have to keep pushing. All right. With the passion, with the interest, I'm very sure you would want to keep pushing. Yeah. Yeah. Because the reason is because there are days you won't even understand anything. There are days you would not even understand anything. You feel like you want to open up your head and put in the book or the language, but it's not just working. So the best you can do is to pick that interest, the one that interests you more. Yeah. So whenever you feel like quitting, yeah, sometimes it's good to recharge yourself. You sit down and recharge, unwind yourself, and pick up your pen to continue. All right, pick up your pen to continue learning. Okay. I know it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy at first, but you have to. Yeah, and thirdly, pronunciation is harder than it actually looks. Oh my god. I keep using myself as an example, to be honest with you. Because you have to get it right. When I speak to a native, they don't really understand me. There was a day I told a native that I feel like eating rice in Chinese. And he was like, what do you mean? What's a huan shi mi fan? What's a huan shi mi fan? All right. And the guy was like, what do you mean? Not until I had to go get it right. So learning the tone is one thing and getting it right is another thing. Pronunciation is harder than it looks. That is just the truth. So now talk about tones and how one word can mean different things. Okay. So you have to talk about tones and how one particular word can mean different things. And I think it also occurs in other languages. In Chinese, we have one word that can automatically mean three different things. So now the question is how you place the tone. Okay. Also, this is a quick reminder to tell you that progress feels slow at the beginning. At the beginning, it's going to be slow. At the beginning, it's not going to be interesting. At the beginning, it's not going to be exactly the way you wanted. At the beginning, people are not going to clap for you. At the beginning, people are going to like, are you okay? Is something wrong with you? Is he crazy? Why is she learning this? Why is she doing that? Yeah, it's good for you to, feel somehow because yes, you're human, but you shouldn't let that to weigh you down. Okay. So sometimes you feel like you're not actually improving in the language study, but you actually are. That is the truth. In as much you're making a step to learn it, you actually bring yourself out to learn it, you're definitely going to make a progress. But where the issue is going to be is when you don't even make an attempt at all. When you don't even make an attempt at all, that is where the issue is going to be. Okay. And this is also to remind you, is my mic still on? Okay, it's on. And this is also to remind you that even 10 minutes a day is better than nothing. So you might be feeling like, oh, you're not improving in your language, but if you can bring out at least 10 minutes a day to learn. I told you I used about an hour daily to learn my own Chinese language. Yeah. But in a week, I don't do it like every day thing. In a week I do like 3 times in a week, and that was how I was able to learn myself. Okay. So I don't know if there's anyone learning a language here too. If you are learning a language here, please let me know in the comment section. Okay. If you are also a language learner, let me know. Please let me know where country you're watching me from. So, and if you're interested in any language you want to learn, let me also know in the comment section what language you're currently learning, or what language you wish or you feel like learning. Let me know. So I'm going to keep this live I'm going to keep the live as short as possible. I'm having a network glitch here. And sometimes I feel like I even want to teach you guys Chinese. Like, you learn Chinese by yourself. Maybe learning 1 to 10 in Chinese. In Chinese, if you want to count 1 to 10, 一